One of the lovely things about waking up in the forest is that it doesn't care what's going on out there. War could have broken out in the night for all I know. Alien invasion. We could be in the grip of a globe paralysing pandemic. I wouldn't know anything about it. It would make zero difference to this morning, this little patch of trees, this cup of coffee. It's very nice being out of the loop. So the route for today is all staying up on top of these hills, all on forestry access roads. A long, leisurely loop across the hills, down through Afan Forest into Swansea. First order of the day though is water. Because it was hot yesterday, I got through nearly everything I had with me. So I need to find a water source. Second order of the day is to go and meet a man in a car park. Not in a dogging kind of way. At least I hope that's not what he had in mind. My friend Woody is in the area. Well, he's not really in the area. He's not even passing it. He's miles away basically, but he's got his bike. And we arranged to meet in a car park a couple of miles down the trail that way, and he's going to ride with me for a few hours. I haven't spoken to him because there's no signal up here. I assume he's still going to be there. He said he almost definitely was. So that's the plan. Find water, hang around in a car park for a bit and see if Woody turns up, and then crack on for Swansea. Time to break a camp.
So I came across water pretty much just at the bottom of the first hill. A very lovely little, probably haunted pond. It looked like the kind of place you'd find pixies or naiads or dryads or something. And I filled up my big bottle, so I'm good for a little while. I also put my foot in the pond, not on purpose, I just slipped. But I think it's going to be a really hot day, so having a wet foot could actually be a blessing in disguise. So with that done, onwards down the trail, find this car park, see if Woody turns up. Well, I think I'm in the car park. I think it's the right one. I've got no signal up here and I didn't mark it on my maps. So I'm just gonna have to wait and see really. I'm a little bit early. So I'll give it 45 minutes. Hopefully he'll turn up. Until then, I'm just going to hang out in a car park. Going to do some spitting, might do some graffiti, maybe smoke a cigarette, like a surly youth. No, I'm not going to do any of those things. Like a crusty old wizard, I'm probably going to whip a spoon. There he is, Woody Wright. Elbow bump. Yeah. All right. Woody only rode with me for a couple of hours, but I think we ticked all the boxes you'd want to tick for a ride in this part of the world. We crushed some gravel through the forest, watched over by the towering wind turbines. We swam in mountain streams, we foraged wild strawberries, we saw a buzzard and a lizard, and the sun mostly shone until at a rather glorious viewpoint up on the hills, looking down to Swansea Bay in the distance, we parted company just as the first spots of rain started to fall. I don't know how persistent the rain is going to be, but I've jacketed up and I need to make some miles because I need to be in Swansea this evening and it's still a long way off. Much as it's nice to stop and play in rivers and forage wild goodies, it doesn't make miles, people. So let's get on it. Well, I'm well back on schedule now. After leaving Woody, it was basically just a long, very lovely descent down out of the hills into Neath, broken only by a fair few gates that you can't get a bike through. This is a cycle route. I don't get it. This is so British. I know it's there to keep the pikeys on bikies out, but can't we just have snipers or something to do that? It's like, this is a cycle route. Why put a gate on it that you can't get a bicycle through? It's madness, madness. Anyway, I'm in Neath. I've joined up with the canal. It is awash with lilies and a little litter, but it's a rather nice ride still. And it's basically downhill towards the sea. Next stop, Swansea. That's me done. The last few miles down into Swansea, not particularly inspiring. They're fine, it's not particularly inspiring. Overall though, Route 47, Newport to Swansea, it's a cracker. 95% traffic free, 50% amazing gravel trails across the hills and through the mountains. Forests and waterfalls, great stuff. Train station at both ends, direct trains to London. You could come down on Saturday and go back on Sunday. If you're looking for an easy overnighter, this is well worth checking out. But as I said, I'm in Swansea now. I'm on the last mile. I am tired and I am very hungry. And so, once again, I bid you my farewells, only to see you again very soon, somewhere in the forest. Bye.